Hi everyone, welcome back to the House of Floss and Fluff. My name is Carrie. Thank you guys for joining me. Today is Friday, October 1st, and I'm here with a special Flosstube. So this is not going to be like my normal Flosstube updates, so I'm not going to be talking to you guys about my finishes or my WIPs or that kind of stuff. This is actually going to be a WIP parade. So I have always wanted to film a WIP parade, but in all honesty, I don't really want to know exactly how many WIPs I have. There are just some numbers that I just don't think you need to know. And how many total WIPs I have is one of those numbers I don't need to know. I just enjoy stitching. It doesn't matter how many WIPs I have. So yeah, but like I said, I've always enjoyed watching other floss tubers do WIP parades. And like I said, I've kind of wanted to join in. And over the last few months, we have been going through where we've been trying to kind of organize and declutter and stuff. And so that's kind of carried over to my stitching. And what I did is I took all of my fall, Halloween, Thanksgiving projects and moved them to their own separate crate or like a milk crate. And I also have magazines and patterns and things in there as well. And so I figured, hey, this is the perfect time. I can sit and I can do a fall, Halloween, Thanksgiving WIP parade. So that's what this video is going to be, and I'm super excited. For one big reason I'm really excited is that I'm hoping this will maybe spur me to work on these projects and maybe get some finishes. I don't know. We'll see. I got a month, right? I got a month to get the Halloween stuff done. And I figured today's a great day because it is October 1st. And so we are full into fall and full into Halloween season. So with that, I have no idea how long this is going to take. So we're going to kind of dive in. Oh, just real quick. If you are interested in the kittens, I know some people are probably more interested than other people, but that's fine, whatever. If you want to see updates of the kittens, definitely check out my Instagram at Crafting Paws. I do post pictures of them and videos of them in my story section, and I do have it highlighted, and there's a kitten now. And so you can see more stuff of what they're up to. And they are free to roam the whole house. They are no longer in quarantine in our room. They have been with us now for 3 weeks and they're doing really good. So I'm sure you're going to see them, you're going to hear them. Yeah, hopefully they won't be too distracting. But okay, so let's get into why we're here and why I'm doing this video. And that is to show you guys my fall, Halloween, Thanksgiving WIPs. So I'm just going to grab from the front of the crate and we're just going to go from there. Okay. And so, like I said, the front part is my magazines. This is not all of my magazines. I have quite a few of the Just Cross Stitch Halloween issues, but a lot of them are digital. So I've been, I don't have a store local to me where I can pick them up. So I do get a lot of them digitally. And so, yeah. So I have my Halloween fall magazines there. And then, let's see what we got here. Okay. I put this all together. So this is my folder. So this started out, and this documents folder is also full of PDF patterns and things. But anyway, this folder started out, I was going to put projects that I wanted to try and get done for this year. And I started my Halloween stitching, my fall stitching, like August 1st. So I just started picking stuff out and I was like, oh, I'll have lots of time to get stuff done. And then I saw like how much I picked out. I am not going to get through this whole folder. No, not going to happen. But there's a combination of, there's PDFs in here, there's magazine charts in here, there's hard copy patterns in here. There's a ton of stuff in here. And this, I don't think this is all of my fall stuff. This was just stuff that like I said, I kind of picked out and was like, ooh, I really want to work on that and maybe have it done for this year, for this Halloween. Not gonna happen, but okay. So that's all the patterns and things that I have so far to show. And so now we're gonna get into actual WIPs, and I'm gonna try, hopefully they all have at least the name of the pattern and the designer in them. I'm hoping. I'll do my best to give you guys accurate information when it comes to floss and Fabric, floss will be easy because the floss is still in there. Fabric, I usually try to keep a tag in there. Again, sometimes I'm better at that than other times, but I'm gonna try my best. So, okay. And everything is going to be staying in the containers just because I do have kittens running around and I don't want them chewing on floss and fabric and all that kind of stuff. So there probably will be crinklies, and I apologize for that, but I'm gonna try and keep it to a minimum as much as I can. Okay, so this first one you guys have seen in my last video. Actually, this is Happy Halloween by Silver Creek Samplers, and this is from the Halloween 2013 ornament issue of Just Cross Stitch magazine. And this is now, I believe it's a you can get it as a standalone pattern as well. And I did change up quite a few colors in this, but that is my progress so far. And this is on a mystery 28 count linen that I got from the Stitching Bee a couple years ago. There was no tag with the name, the color of the linen, or even where it's from. It's probably, my guess would be a Witchlet, maybe it's Weigert, I'm not sure, but and like I said, I changed the colors mainly because I wanted to use this one. This is Covered Wagon from color Victorian Motto, and I really wanted to use this thread, and so I figured this would be a good pattern to use it in. So I changed the lettering. I think the lettering was originally like in blacks or grays, and so I'm doing mine in brown because I just really wanted to use that thread. But I love this one. I was kind of hoping to have this one finished this year. I mean, I still have time, but I'm not gonna lie, I probably will not get it done this year because I just have a lot of other things that I want to work on too. Because I'm still gonna probably do new starts, even though I have enough WIPs to keep me busy for, you know, the next 20 years. Okay, so that was the first one. So the second one, okay, I'm not going to keep count. I'm not. I really don't want to know. This is Matilda Hornbuckle, and I don't have the, all I have printed is the pattern, so I'll have to insert a model picture somewhere in here. This is from Lori at Not Forgotten Farms. I got mine from, I think this is the 2000, I think so. I think this was the 2013 or 2014 Just Cross Stitch ornament issue. But this pattern, the Matilda Hornbuckle, is available in Lori's shop, Not Forgotten Farm, on Etsy. And let's see. And that is where I am on that one. Again, this is one I would like to kind of focus on this month and get done because I kind of know how I want to fully finish it. So, well, I know how I have an idea of how I'd like to fully finish it. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but I'm going to try. I love this. I love Lori at Not Forgotten Farm. Her patterns, I love her patterns. And I'm using most of the called for DMCs. I think I changed a couple, but it was just because I couldn't find the called for. So I just used what I had on hand and kind of that looked similar or worked, in my opinion, worked. And this is being stitched on a 36 count. I believe it's a Seraphim. It is a Seraphim. And I actually have the tag. It is in the color Boston from, like I said, from Seraphim. And I like, the fabric is really nice. It's kind of got, it's got a little bit of a heft to it. And I really like it. And I'm stitching this one 1/2. So 36 count is kind of one of those toss-ups for me. It depends on the fabric. If the fabric is a looser weave, I'll stitch it 2/2. And if it's a tighter weave, like this one, I can get away with 1/2. Just kind of depends on how the coverage is looking, what colors I'm using. If there's a lot of white and black, sometimes I kind of feel like I have to stitch it 2/2 just to make it look better. But that one's shaping up pretty good. So, sorry. And I am trying to keep the crinkling to a minimum, but I've already got a kitten on my lap, so I'm sure I'm going to have more. Okay, so this one is, oh boy, I might not have the name of the designer on here. Oh, shoot, I don't. It is a gnome. It's a Halloween gnome, and I got it off of Etsy. So I'm going to have to look up the designer name for this one, and I'll put the designer name down here, and I'll also put a model picture. But it's super cute. And there he is. He's actually, like I said, he's the one with the cauldron. He's really cute. So not super far on him, but it's coming along. And I'm stitching this, I think I'm stitching this on all the called for. Did I actually pick all the called for? I did. I picked all of the called for DMC. And I'm stitching him on a 40 count. And I'll see if there's a tag in here in this mess, because I actually have, ooh, I might have flashed a pattern, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to flash the pattern. I had 2 projects in here. And so no tag for the fabric, I'm sorry. Let's see, sometimes Lori puts, because I'm sure this is a seraphim, sometimes she puts like the name of the fabric on, or initials of the name of the fabric. No, like I said, I just know it's a 40 count linen, and it is a seraphim, but it looks really cute. So that was not a good package. I didn't know much about that one. Like I said, I'll insert everything, so when you guys actually see this, should have more information. Should have all the information you need. Oh, and they're gonna play with their ball toy. So I'm sorry. Yeah, that's loud. I apologize for that, but I don't want to take it away from them, because then they're just gonna search for it. So, okay. So this is a Stitching with the Housewives. This is, I don't have the name of the pattern. That's good. It is a Stitching with the Housewives. This is the witch. I think it's Basic Witch is what it's called. It's the witch, the cup, and then the witch is in the top. And I'll insert the model picture here, because I just have the pattern. And that's where I am. So not super far on this one, but it's coming along. It's really cute. She's really cute. And then this is, I'm stitching this on a 28 count Lugana that I hand dyed. So I like how that's coming out. And I changed all the called fors. I'm not using any of the called fors. I changed everything. I'm using the black and white are Cosmo, and then I think most of the other threads are Victorian Motto, and I'm using one Valdani, I believe. But it's coming together. It's cute. It's 28 count. I'm not gonna lie. I get spoiled stitching on 40 count and only having to deal with one strand of floss. And so going back to the 28 count where I have to like railroad stitches and stuff, yeah, that just makes stitching a lot slower for me. I'm already a slow stitcher as it is, and having to railroad and all that kind of stuff just makes it even slower. They're obsessed with that ball toy. It's a tower. It's a tower of 3, and then there's balls that go around, and they love it. Okay, so this is from one of the, hold on for just one second. This is a pattern from one of the Just Cross Stitch magazines. And I'm just going to look up real quick which one it is. And I don't think it's that one. I think it's this one. I hope so. Okay, there it is. I was like, it's got to be one of those, and so it has to be in here somewhere. Here it is. So I am stitching Caddy Witch, which is right there. She's so cute. And then, like I said, it's from this one, the 2017 Halloween issue. And I started this one quite a while ago because I'm stitching this on Aida. This is a 14 count Aida that I'm stitching this on. And that is my progress so far. So this is, like I said, 14 count Aida that I think I dyed this yellow, and then I coffee dyed it to darken it up a little bit. And I'm stitching this with, I'm just, hold please. Let me talk here. Okay, I am stitching this with most of the called for DMCs. Can you tell that the cats still rattle me a little bit? they get into stuff and I'm like, oh no, not my stitching, just not my stitching. I don't really care what else you do, just not in the stitching. Anyway, so like I said, I'm stitching this with, I believe, most of the called for DMCs because there's not a ton of colors in here. In fact, it's kind of weird. I have some colors picked in here that don't belong in the pattern. I don't know why they're in here, but whatever. But she's really cute. So I don't know if she's going to get done this year. We'll see. I'd like to just kind of knock her out because, you know, I don't stitch on Ada a ton anymore. Not that there's anything wrong with Ada. But yeah, I just kind of would like to have that one done. Okay, what's this one? Okay, this is another one from a Halloween issue. I will look up real quick. I think it's the same issue that I just showed. I think. Yeah, you can probably hear them fighting over there now. They like to play a lot. I said my videos are not going to be, the background is not going to be quiet anymore because the cats just, they're just not going to be quiet. So I apologize for that, that you're going to hear cats in the background. Okay, so I'm stitching this one. This is Haunted Household, and it is from the Halloween 2017 issue, just like Catty-Witch, or not, yeah, just like the Catty-Witch one. So, and this again, I started this one quite a while ago, stitching it on Ada, and this I think was like one of the first projects that I really changed colors. I'm using some color and cotton. Again, it's not drastic changes. It's pretty close to the called fors, but it was kind of the first time that I really changed to hand dyeds and stuff. And I'm really enjoying this. And this is a 14 count that I hand dyed, I think with some gray Rit. But I love it. It's really pretty. I like the colors. I like that bright green. That's a color and cotton. I think this is all DMC and color and cotton that I used in this one. So another one that I'd like to get back to and just knock out and get done. But I don't know how I'm going to finish that one because it's going to be bigger being on 14 count. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to finish it, but we'll worry about that when I actually get to it. Okay, so this is a Thanksgiving one. Maybe if I can get the picture out. So this is Bent Creek. This is one of their photo booths, the photo booth series. This is Pilgrim Pals. And this was a full kit. I got everything in this. Fabric, floss. So it's all, I'm using all the called fors because it came that way. And this is, I think, this is a 32 count linen. And hold on, I'm trying to hold it the right way. And that's where I am. So not super far. I'm on the second one. Or wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm holding it the wrong way. Here I was like, oh wait. No, there it is. I'm on the third one. I'm on the third block. And so the turkey's here, and then the pilgrim will be underneath. The turkey's on the pilgrim's head. So, getting there. Getting there. I want to say I started that last year, maybe? I don't know. I envy people that are really, really good at keeping track of everything. Because I'm not. Like, I just start things, and I just, whatever. Whenever I get it finished, that's great. But sometimes I would like to keep track of like exactly how long things took me, but I'm not organized enough for that. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to make some room. Okay. Oh, this is one that I desperately want to be done with. This is Cackle from Raise the Roof Designs. I absolutely love this pattern. I hate stitching it. Or I shouldn't say hate. I just dislike stitching it. I don't know why. I love the pattern. I don't like stitching it. I don't know if it's the 28 count Monaco, but I'm stitching this on a 28 count Monaco that I hand dyed, and I'm using DMC and I'm using some hand dyed threads that I dyed. So like the orange is a thread that I dyed and the purple is a thread that I dyed. So like I said, I love it. It is so cute, and I love the actual pattern, but I don't know what it is. I have trouble getting into this one. Like I'll put in maybe an hour's worth of stitching and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm ready to move on to something else. So I don't know, but I really want to have it done because it is so cute. And I can think of there's some really cute ways to finish that, but I'll get to it. I will get to it. And I got this one. I got this pattern for my birthday, I think 3 years ago, maybe. So it is one that like needs to get done because I've had it as a WIP for a while. So it really needs to get finished. Okay. And then this little one before I lose it. So this is in the October 2016 Just Cross Stitch issue, and I am so sorry for those two. They are just, I thought they were going to settle down because they've been running around all morning, and yeah, should have known the minute I turn on the camera, right? They go crazy. Okay, so this, maybe, okay. So this is this little cat right here. He's really cute. So I'm stitching, I'm so tongue-tied, I don't know what the heck. I'm stitching this on a 14 count Aida, like in a beige color. I think it's just one that comes in the tube, like a Charles Craft or maybe a Zweigart or something. I'm stitching this with all the called for DMCs, and there is no reason that I should not have him done. But I pulled him back out because I was like, oh, he should be a really quick finish. And I found out I am so off on my count on this pumpkin. I'm going to have to fudge like crazy because I'm not ripping it out. I'm not exactly sure where the error is. So I'm just going to make it up as I go, but I don't know what I did. But it's really cute. And it's going to look really cute when you add in all the back stitching to make the cat. Let me see if I can find a better picture. Because that picture is kind of small. It's kind of hard to see what it's going to look like. Maybe. I didn't think it was that far. There it is. Okay. Maybe. Well, hold on. Because I got to cover the pattern. Okay. So, see, it's got back stitching and everything to make him look like he's got fur and stuff. So it's going to be really super cute. But like I said, I am so far off on this pumpkin. I don't know what I did. I think everything's off. Like that green, the green part and yeah, it's all. So I don't know. I'll get to it. I will. I'll struggle through it and get it done because I mean, it's small and I should be able to fudge it without too much difficulty, but I don't know what I did. I hate that. I hate that when I come back to a piece and it's just all messed up. That is so frustrating. Okay, so this is a primitive hare. This is the Town of Halloween, and it is a black and white picture, but actually the pattern only calls for, I think, like 2 colors. I think it's black and something else. And I know I changed it a little bit. Yeah, black and a gray-green are the 2 called fors. And so I am using the black, and then I did pull the called for, but I decided I wanted to add a little bit more color to it. And so I'm using a color and cotton, like a purpley color and cotton in here. And then I'm using a variegated, I believe that I dyed. Well, it helps if I show you guys while I'm talking about it, huh? So this one is a variegated that I dyed myself. And then the leaf there is a color and cotton. And then this is a 14 count Aida that I coffee dyed. So I do love this. It's just, I kind of wish it wasn't on 14 count because it's going to be huge. And I don't know how I'm going to finish it. I have no idea. I don't know. It's probably a problem I'm not going to have to worry about for a while though, knowing me. But it's such a cute pattern. And I think that's one that, it might be in a Just Cross Stitch magazine too. I'm not sure. I got it off of the Primitive Hare's website, her Etsy shop. So I don't know, but I thought I had saw someone had maybe posted that it was in a magazine. Okay, so this is apparently multiple projects. Sometimes I don't know what I do. I don't know. Oh, I think this was multiple projects. Okay, so this is Thankful Quaker from Ben Creek. Very cute. I know what this was. This was multiple projects. I stitched this, I used this piece of fabric for a Christmas piece that I stitched for one of my aunts a couple years ago. So I did have 2 projects in there. Okay, and so that is where I am. I am not using, I need to call for colors, I don't think. Hold on, I made a working copy. And that's what I wrote on. Yeah, no, I'm not using any of the colors. The colors are a little bit, like a lot of Gentle Arts and a couple weeks and oh, I'm using hickory sticks from Crescent Colors. That one I had from Classic Color Works. But yeah, the rest I changed. And I really like this. It looks really nice, but I think I'm not quite sure about some of the colors, but I think it's gonna work when I'm all done. I think it'll work out. And I believe this is pretty much, yeah, this is pretty much the end here. There's like one more row of border. So I'm pretty close. It's not going to be very big. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not going to be a very big piece, which will be cool because I can make that into a pillow pretty easily. And this is a 40 count linen. I'm just seeing if I have a tag in. I do, and it is called, it is Sampler Khaki. I think this is a Victorian motto. I think. It's either a Victorian motto or maybe, no, X Jude has tags with X Jude on it. So I think it's a Victorian motto. But it's very pretty. Very, very pretty. It's actually it's actually showing up very true to color here on the camera. So I need to get back to that one. I would like to finish that one. I would like to really have that one done. I don't have a lot of Thanksgiving stuff. I have a lot of fall, a lot of Halloween. I don't have a lot of Thanksgiving. And I leave my fall and Halloween decor up until Christmas. So I would like to get to the point where I can maybe rotate some of the Halloween stuff out and put some of the more Thanksgiving stuff up or more to the front of my displays. So that's kind of that's my goal at some point. Okay. So this is Halloween Seasons of the Witches from Bobby G Designs. And this was like the first pattern that I went crazy with Fancy Floss. And so I changed it. I'm using Fancy Floss in this one. It also has a needle minder, which I don't really do that much anymore. I don't leave needle minders on my pieces. In fact, I'll take that off. So it's a cute little, frosted pumpkin stitchery one. But I'm stitching this on a 14 count Aida that I dyed myself. And what I did is I broke the pattern into 3 parts, basically. And I picked different greens, variegated greens, to stitch it in. And I don't know, I think I'm not crazy about the color that is the cauldron. I love the witch. I love that color. I'm not crazy about the cauldron color. But it's cute, and I think I'm just going to go with it because that's, I mean, it's not a ton of stitching, but, well, it is a ton of stitching, but it's not like it's, you know, like half the pattern. I mean, I could restart it if I wanted to, but because I used Fancy Floss, I don't like to just scrap it, you know, because that's a lot of wasted hand-dyed threads, and that's not cheap. So I'm going to keep going with it, and I'll finish it like that. Like I said, I love the concept of what I did. I'm just not thrilled with the colors. I should have really, if I was going to do this, I should have really gone down to like the stitching bee and picked my colors that way instead of trying to pick them online. But I don't think I knew about the stitching bee at that point in time. I don't know. Like I said, I had no idea that there was a stitching store that close to me. Okay, I have a book and no piece. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is technically maybe not a Halloween pattern, but I consider it Halloween. So this is Barbara Anna. This is part one of the New World series, The Night of All Fears. I know, and it's a tiny picture, but it's like the Village of Witches. Sorry, and I'm crushing a cat. I'm sorry. And I need to finish this because I am so close to having this one done, and I seriously had planned to stitch them all. And I've kind of changed already my idea of how I want to fully finish them. But I'm stitching, this is on a 28 count Jobelin from Fabrics by Stephanie. Yes. It is called, oh, Highland Heather is what it's called. And it was the May 2015 fabric of the month. And it was a gift from Jen. And I did change the colors in this. I think I used, did I use any of the called fors? The called for in this is all DMC. I did use a few, and then I changed a lot to Victorian Motto. But I love it. I really do love it. And like I said, I don't have a ton left. I have just this end part here, this last little house is basically all that I have left. Which, I mean, it's a big house, don't get me wrong. It's going to take a bit to stitch, but I really need to just sit down and do this. I think I have 3 out of the 5 patterns. I want to do them all eventually. I want to stitch the whole series. And I had an idea of how I was originally going to finish them, and then I didn't leave myself a very big border on here. I think it's only an inch. Because I was originally going to try and see if I could get these onto fat quarters of fabric, all 28 count. And now I kind of like, I don't really want to stitch them all in 28 count. So I'm thinking I might make them into pillows and stitch them on different counts. Because they were all going to be different color fabrics. But now I think I'm just going to stitch them on whatever count fabric I want. So some, you know, I might have some on 40 count, so they're a little bit smaller. I don't know. We'll see. I have so many plans in my head. Sometimes I drive myself crazy. Okay. I said I legitimately don't know what all I have in here anymore. Okay, this is a Kathy Barrick, and I don't think I have the model. This is Tonight is Halloween, and so I will insert a picture, the model picture here somewhere. And this is one I'm actually using all the colorful colors. And I'm stitching this on a 40 count, and I have the tag. Wow, this was, aside from not having the model picture, this was a pretty good bag. Okay, so like I said, I'm using all the colorful DMCs. I'm stitching this on a 40 count linen from Seraphim. Okay. Hi, and welcome back. My phone just like randomly cut me off. I think my phone is full. I think I need to go through and delete some stuff. My phone is full. Anyway, I was talking, this is a Kathy Barrick. It's being stitched on a 40 count Seraphim with no name. And I'm using all the colorful DMCs. And this is, what was this called again? Tonight is Halloween. So I don't have a lot done. I'm just started on the tree. And I really wanted to stitch that little owl. So that's kind of, well, I always tend to start on that corner. I usually start on the, what is it, the left-hand corner. Upper left is where I usually start. But he's cute. Like I said, I really wanted to stitch that owl, and that's why I started there. And I knew I was getting close to my phone being full because I have been like downloading free patterns from a few different places, and I need to put them onto my computer and print them and not leave them on my phone because my phone is apparently not happy with me about that. Okay, I don't know. We'll figure out. Okay, so this was a free pattern from Doreen Jones. I believe this was on, yeah, Lakeside Needlecraft, and it was the Biscornu. And I actually started this. I started this on black, and I was going to do it in the orange, and I wasn't digging. I don't like stitching on black, even though that's 14 count Ada. I absolutely hate stitching on it. So I restarted it on. This is a hand-dyed piece of Monaco that I did in yellow and orange, and I'm stitching this in black DMC, and then the colorful little pumpkins that's a Dinky Dyes. Let me see if I have the tag. Yeah, it is. It's actually called Halloween. Yeah, Dinky Dye Silk. So, but I like it. I need to finish that. That needs to get done. Because there's really not a whole lot. There's not a whole lot left. I mean, the back isn't like super simple. You know, some of Barney's, the back is pretty simple. That one has a fairly done up back to do too. So it's not going to be super easy to get done. Okay. Oh, this is a freebie. Another freebie. This is from here. I'm not sure if she's a Russian or Ukrainian designer, but that's the pattern. It's pumpkin with the crow. And I'm stitching this in DMCs, which you could just pick whatever DMCs you wanted. Oh, sorry. This is a 28 count Lugana that I hand dyed. And I think I am stitching this in 3371 is the dark color for the crow. And then 946 is going to be the orange color. And 470 is the green color. And I think, is that all the colors? Yep. It just looked like I had another color in the bag, and I'm not quite sure why. I don't know. Sometimes I just throw in random floss because, you know, I might change my mind at some point and want to stitch it some other way. I don't know. That does happen. Okay. Okay. Another Barbara Anna. Not sure if I have model picture. This was a stitch along a couple years ago. Yeah, this is Black Cat Hollow. There's part 1. I do have all 3 parts. And this is, I'm stitching this, I believe, on a 32 count Lugana. I don't have a tag. I'm not sure what this is. Oh. And I am stitching this with pretty much all the called for DMCs. I don't think I had the greens that were called for, so I changed those to, I think, 469 and 470. And I actually did put them in coffee to kind of darken them up a little bit, make them a little more olivey was my goal. I don't know if I achieved that, but I tried. But I love that. I love that. That one will not get done this year. Considering I'm not even done with part 1. I'm nowhere near done with part 1. So that will definitely not get done this year. But I would like to maybe at least spend a day on it and get some more stitches into it. Okay. This is, gee, another Barbara Anna. There's a shock, right? This is Crowded House. I had to do this one because I did another Barbara Anna like house a few years ago, and I loved it. And so that is where I am. And this is a 32 count Weeks. I think this is 10 rough. Let me see if I have a tag. I got this from 123. So yeah, it is Dove. I'm sorry. This is Dove, not 10 rough. And I'm using, there's only 2 called for colors in this, so I am using 310. And then instead of just one single orange, I'm using 3 different hand-dyed oranges. So this one right here is a color in cotton. And then these 2, the roof and the broom, are Moselle. So I pulled this out once in, I think, a couple nights in August, and I've gotten a little bit of progress into it. So again, probably not going to get done this year, but it is really cute. I mean, it's Barbara Anna. So I love Barbara Anna. Okay. Speaking of I love Barbara Anna, this is another Barbara Anna. And this is multiple patterns. Okay, so this is called Witch Pumpkin, and I'll have to insert the model picture here because I don't have the model. Okay, And that is where I am. So this is a 28 count Monaco that I believe it's just, I think I dyed it, and I think it's like gray and tan. And we're going to lose stuff. Kitties. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Okay, sorry. And I'm stitching this with quite a few of the called fors. I did change a few, but mainly the called fors. And I love her. I wanted to get her done when I started her, but she ended up being larger than what I thought she was going to be. So I didn't get it done. But maybe this year, maybe next year. It's all good. Just a good thing about cross stitch, it never spoils. It doesn't go bad. Okay, this is Willow Hill Samplings Bewitched sampler. I'll have to insert the picture there. I don't think I have the, I can look. I don't know. And I changed everything in this. The call for was Gentle Arts, and I changed everything. Looks like I have a little bit of, I have Color and Cotton, I have Mosale, Victorian Motto, a little bit of everything. And I'm stitching this, let me see, do I have a tag? Yes, I'm stitching this on 28 count Dense Fog Jubilant. I got this at Mo's Needle and Thread when I went to visit Jen one year, or one summer. Isn't that pretty? I love this. This one I would like to get done. I think this one is conceivable to get finished. I love that tree. Oh my gosh, that tree is so pretty. So pretty. So I think, like I said, I think that one's conceivable. If I put in a few days of work, I think it's conceivable to have that one done. We're gonna see. We're gonna cross our fingers and say, yep. Okay, sorry, that one's really loud. So this is another Barbara Anna Autumn Bounty, and this is from the 2019 fall issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, and I will insert the model picture there. I'm stitching this on a 40 count natural raw linen that I got from 123 Stitch. And again, I changed most of the colors. I just pulled some hand dyeds that I liked, but I stayed fairly close to the called fors. But he is coming together. He's cool. I like that piece. I just really need to sit down and stitch it. It's not a very big piece. It should be done. There's no reason that it's not done. Other than I, you know, have tens of thousands of other patterns that I want to do. Okay. Okay, so this is Lizzie Kate. And this is the Autumn Smalls. And I finished this one, the Autumn, just this Autumn. And I believe I'm working on this one, the Pumpkin. And again, I'm stitching these on, all of them are being stitched on a big piece of 28 count Monaco. If I can find, where did I put the piece that I'm currently, there it is. And I am so close to being done with that. Why have I not, why have I not finished that? That is so stupid. I need to just sit down and finish it. And I changed all the called for colors on that because I don't think I had any called for fancy flosses, so I just grabbed what I had. But oh, it's so cute. These are really adorable. But yeah, I really need to sit down and finish, at least finish that one. Like, that would probably take me, I don't know, it'd probably take me half a day just because I'm slow. I'm a slow stitcher, but I should get that one done. Okay, Loud Rip. Okay, there we go. More Barbara Anna's. So these are, oh, I do have a tiny picture. These are the Halloween ornaments, and I stitched, in fact, I can see them because they're displayed. I stitched the spider, and I stitched the, what other one did I stitch? I stitched the spider, and I stitched this one, the cauldron. I had to actually look for it because I couldn't remember which one I did. And then I am currently working on the witch boots. And this is another 28 count Lugana that I hand dyed. And I'm changing up all the colors too. I think the socks I am using, I want to say that is actually I think it's actually a variegated thread that I'm using, maybe. Or maybe I am stitching them piece by piece or color by color. Usually I do variegated, but no, it looks like I'm stitching that thread by thread or color by color. But that one I should finish too, because that's not very big. And I've already finished 2 of them, so 2 out of the 4. Okay. I'm trying to get done before my phone cuts me off again, because I don't know if it's going to keep letting me. I really got to go in and clean my phone out, because, yeah. Okay, so this is Madame Chantilly. And I just call this, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce the name, but I just kind of call this my Witch and Her Black Cat pattern. And I started this as a stitch along with Jen, Upton Stitches. I don't think either of us finished it. I'm working on it. It's gonna be a bit. And this is a 32 count fabric, fabrics by Stephanie. I believe this is Gillius or Gillius. And I'm using some of the called for DMC, and then I did throw in some hand dyes, like for her hair and her skin are hand dyes. And then I used some dinky dyes for the book, for the covers of the books. This is so cute. I got frustrated because I had a miscount and I had to rip out. And so I kind of put it in timeout, and I think it's time for it to come out of timeout because it's just really cute, and I would very much like to have it done. Not saying that I'm going to get it done this year, but I would very much like to try and at least get some more progress on it. Oh, this is hands-on design. This was the Harvest Chockful with Priscilla. And this is another one. I love the pattern. I hate stitching it. It's beautiful. This is 36 count Anubis from Under the Sea Fabrics. I love the fabric. I love the colors. I think the pattern is adorable. I just hate stitching it. I don't know why. And I'm not using the called fors. I think I might be using some of the called fors, a couple of the called fors, but I changed a bit too. I added the orange in instead of just keeping them all yellow. I wanted to add some orange in there, get a little bit more color. Again, I would like to have that done because I think it's going to be so pretty when it's all done, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think it's the white outline. I don't think I like doing that, which is why I don't do a lot of the other chalk pieces, because I found I don't care for doing that. Okay, so this one is not started, but it's kitted up. My husband kitted this one up. It's a Nora Corbett. This is Xena, and this is the fabric that's going to go on. This is hand dyed by Stephanie. This is Chestnut, 32 count. So, and he changed some of the colors and stuff, but I haven't gotten it started yet. Not sure if I'm going to get it started this year or if I might wait until after the holidays and start on it. Maybe do like a Witchy Wednesday thing with it and work on that one. Okay, so this is Pumpkin Man by the Prairie Schooler, and it is from the Halloween 2015 ornament issue. And that's what that looks like. And I'm stitching this on a 28 count Monaco that I hand dyed. I think this was one that I did in my jar dyeing tutorial. And I'm using the called for colors on this. So I'm not very far, but this isn't very big. So I should really sit down and finish that. But that's really very pretty. I'm just trying to think. I have another piece of paper in here. Oh, just a random piece of paper. That works. Like I said, I open these, I go through these, and I don't know what I'm going to find. I really don't. Oh, this is another one from one of the Halloween issues. Let me see. Page 91. Okay, so this is Halloween Typography. Oh, sorry. That one, and it's from the 2016 Just Cross Stitch Halloween magazine. Again, this one I started before I really knew about hand-dyed anything. So this is with the called for DMCs on just a cream colored 14 count Aida. And I'm pretty far on this one. So this was another one where I would honestly like to restart it on a different fabric and use some hand-dyed, like really cool variegated hand-dyed threads, but I'm over halfway done with it, so I'm just gonna go with it. But that's another one too, with it being on 14 count Aida, it's gonna be large, and I don't really know, I have no idea how I'm gonna fully finish it. More Barbara Anna, because I love Barbara Anna. So this is Barbara Anna, the Halloween Scorn You. Isn't that cute? Oh my god, that's so cute. And I started this one of my manias was that 2018 was my Biscorn You mania, I think. And I've pulled this out every now and then and worked on it a little bit. I think that's how, yeah, I always start in this corner. And it's really cute. And it's coming along slowly but surely. And this is a 14 count Aida that I hand dyed, and I'm using most of the called fors. I did not have any of the, I believe she used 2 DMC variations, and I didn't have those. And so one of the variations is used in the pumpkin, and I'm just using the variegated orange, the DMC variegated orange. And then one of the other variations was this little part on his hat, and I'm using a dinky dye silk for that. And that silk is Christmas Pines is the silk color that I'm using. That's so cute. I want to get the Biscorn Yous done because they would be really they would make decorating really easy. Okay, this is another primitive hair, and this is Pumpkins in Love. Very cute. And I'm stitching this on 18 count Aida that I hand dyed, and I'm using the called for, I think it's only 2 called for DMCs, and I am using the called fors. And I am stitching this with 1 strand of thread, so 1/2. But yeah, that's really pretty. I pulled this one out and it was fun to work on. So I would like to kind of have this one done too, just because I think it's a cute pattern. I don't know how I would finish it though. I have to come up with something. Okay, and we're almost to the end. So another Barbara Anna. This is called Halloween. Tiny picture. And you could do this in 2 different ways. One was with minimal colors, which was like just I think there's only like 2 colors. And then the other one was like really colorful. And so I'm doing this minimal colors, but I'm using several different variegated blacks. Black threads, and I'm stitching this on a 32 count Vintage Country Mocha. And there's a miscount in here, and that's why I have not been working on this one, because there's a miscount, and I was very, very frustrated. So yes, but like I said, I'm using a couple different hand-dyed black threads for this one. So, and that's part of the reason why, like, I went not super far in it, and so I was tempted to just scrap it and start over. But I'm using hand-dyed threads, and so I don't like to scrap when I use hand-dyed threads. Okay. And this may end up being 3 parts. We'll see if this cuts me off. I don't know. So this is Jenny Bean's Halloween sampler from Shakespeare's Peddler. I love this. They had the model of this at the Stitching Bee, and I love it. And I pulled colors from my stash because this was actually, there was a floss pack that went with this, and then they did give a conversion. And so I just kind of pulled stuff from my stash that I liked. And there she is. Oh, so pretty. And I'm stitching this on a 36 count. This was hand dyed, but it wasn't super dark. It was a kind of a light brown, and so I threw this in some coffee just to darken it up a little bit more. and I love it. I love the fabric. I think it turned out so pretty. Yeah. That one I would really, again, that's another one that I would really, really like to have done. But I still have I still have a fair amount to do on it. So I don't know. I don't know. It would mean like no new starts. And I just don't foresee that happening. And okay. I don't know why that's in there because that is not a Halloween anything. Oh, last one. Yay. So this last one is from the Winds of Autumn by Blackbird Designs. And it is this one. It is Spell of the Moon. I love this. I thought this would go faster, honestly. It's bigger. It's bigger than what I thought. And I'm stitching this on 28 count natural linen. It is from Hobby Lobby. Hold on. I pull out. It's this one. It's the natural cashel linen. And it's actually really nice to stitch with. I'm not using any of the called fors. I don't think I had the called fors, so I'm just using what I had on hand. So the black is a Valdani. Let's see. It is aged black. And the yellow is a Dying for Cross Stitch. And then there's going to be Where the Owl Is, which I don't have the owl started yet, but Where the Owl Is, the owl has another color in it. And that's going to be another Valdani. And that is, hold on, aged white. But very pretty. And I've seen a lot of people have this one finished. And so it's kind of, I would like to get it finished because it's really pretty. So that's it, you guys. My tote is empty. So that is all my WIPs. That is all my, well, not all my WIPs. That is all of my Halloween, fall, Thanksgiving WIPs. So I have lots of stitching to do, like lots of stitching. And I know I'm still going to start more things because why not? That is the fun of getting to cross stitch. So thank you to everyone that sat through this and watched and oohed and awed, and hopefully you guys oohed and awed, and hopefully I enabled some people. Yeah, I now get to go put all this away and figure out what I'm going to work on today because I have tons of stuff to work on. So thank you, everyone. I hope you guys are having a fantastic start to October. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful upcoming month. And I will hopefully see you guys within the next week or so to share my monthly update. I am going to, crossing my fingers, I'm going to come back on time. So far, it's shaping up to have a lot to share. A lot. And I'm very excited. So, again, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope the kitties weren't too distracting. They're actually being really quiet right now, so that's awesome. So I'm going to enjoy that while I can. Anyway, so like for the 50 millionth time, thank you for watching. Thank you for taking your time in your day and spending it with me. And I will see you guys again in a bit. Bye, everyone.